भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामनी नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी विशेष पाश्चात्य देवतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. First of all, we would like to humbly invite His Holiness Bhakti Vinashya Maharaj for being here with us today to deliver the scripture discourse. On behalf of TMC, Temple Management Council, we would like to make some announcement. We would like to thank Manohar Balagandas for sponsoring D.P. Rajaboga for lunch today. On behalf of his late mother, Mary Purani Vainana, who left the body today for the pleasure of Sri Radha Krishna Kanaya, Jagannath Babu Subhadra and Sri Sai Gauranga. We pray sincerely to their Lordship to bestow the bliss and also mercy upon the departed soul. We would like to express our gratitude to our Sunday tea sponsor, Haripriya Sharma and Yoshini Sharma, daughters of Patravachana Prabhu from Singapore, all the way from Singapore. And at this juncture, we also humbly welcome Maharaj Visapur from various part of Malaysia and also Singapore. And today's feast is prepared by Her Grace Ucharu Kamala Mataji and her team. And we would like to thank them on behalf of the Temple Committee Management. And Wednesday, 14 June, coming Wednesday is actually Yogi and Kadasi. So devotees are requested to refrain from taking grains. And we have His Holiness Bhakti Vinashya Maharaj here today to deliver the talk. Hare Krishna, முதலாவதாக ஆலயத்துக்கு வந்திருக்கின்ற அனைத்து பக்தர்களுக்கும் ஆலய குழுவின் சார்பில் எங்கள் மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகளையும் வணக்கத்தையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். இன்றைய ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை விருந்தினை நமக்காக ஸ்பான்சர் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க ஹரிபிரியா சர்மா, ரோஷினி சர்மா அவர்கள், பத்மவச்சனா பிரபு அவர்களுடைய புதல்விகள். அவர்களுக்கு இந்த வேலையிலே நமது நன்றி மலர்களை சமர்ப்பிக்கின்றோம். அதோடு மட்டுமல்லாமல் இந்த ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை விருந்தினை நமக்காக தயார் செய்தவர்கள் சித்தாரு கமலா மாதாஜி அவர்களுக்கும் இவ்வேளையை நமது நன்றி மலர்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். எதிர்வரும் 14ஆம் தேதி புதன்கிழமை யோகி ஏகாதசி ஏகாதசிக்கு பக்தர்கள்லாம் வரவிருப்பார்கள். ஆகையாலே இந்த வகையில் நமது நிகழ்வை தொடங்குவதற்கு இந்த பகவத்கீதை சொற்களை வழங்க அதற்கு நமது விக்ன விநாசம் நரசிம்ம மகாராஜ் இருக்கின்றார்கள். அவர்களுக்கு நமது மகாராஜ் அவர்களை இப்போது அன்போடு பகவத்கீதை சொற்களை வழங்க அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றோம். So that family invite His Holiness Maharaj to deliver the scripture discourse. Thank you, Maharaj.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Baradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Baradhari. Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nittai Gaur Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nittai Gaur Hari Bo. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we're reading Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, Karma Yoga, verse number 1. Arjuna uvacha Jayasi chet karmanaste Mata buddhir janardana Tat kim karmani goritmam niyojyasi keshava. Arjuna uvacha Jayasi chet karmananaste Mata buddhir janardana tat kim karmani gore mam nidyojyasi keshava. Arjuna uvacha Jayasi chet karmanaste Mata buddhir janardana tat kim karmani gore mam nidyojyasi keshava. Others can chant.
Arjuna vacha ayasi che karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tatkim karmani gore ma jaya kesava
Arjuna vacha Jaya Sita Karmanasti Mata Buddhi Janardana Tatkim Karmani Gore Mam Mamni Yodaya Sita Sava.
Ladies, Arjuna uvacha. Arjuna said, Jayasi, better, chit, if, karmana, than fruit of action, te, by you, mata, is considered, buddhi, intelligence, janardana, O Krishna, tat, therefore, kim, why, karmani, in action, gore, ghastly, mam, me, niyojasi, you are engaging, Keshava, O Krishna. Translation. Arjuna said, O Janardan, O Keshava, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare if you think that intelligence is better than fruit of work? Are we going to manage today without Tamil translation? Is anybody here? You want to give Tamil translation? Yes? And maybe some people need Tamil, they can sit at the side or something. Unfortunately, our usual translator, Govinda Gaur Prabhu, is gone to KL for meeting. So, no, they're okay. Okay, thank you. We're sorry about that. Okay, purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, has very elaborately described the constitution of the soul in the previous chapter, with a view to delivering his intimate friend Arjuna from the ocean of material grief. And the path of realization has been recommended, Buddhi Yoga, or Krishna consciousness. Sometimes Krishna consciousness is misunderstood to be inertia, and one with such a misunderstanding often withdraws to a secluded place to become fully Krishna conscious by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. But without being trained in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, it is not advisable to chant the holy name of Krishna in a secluded place where one may acquire only cheap adoration from the innocent public. Arjuna also thought of Krishna consciousness or Buddhi Yoga, or intelligence in spiritual advancement of knowledge, as something like retirement from active life and the practice of penance and austerities at a secluded place. In other words, he wanted to skillfully avoid the fighting by using Krishna consciousness as an excuse. But as a sincere student, he placed the matter before his master and questioned Krishna as to the best course of action. In answer, Lord Krishna elaborately explained Karma Yoga, or work in Krishna consciousness, in this third chapter. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Arjuna begins, the third chapter begins similar to with a question which is asked again in the fifth chapter. Both times Arjuna is asking, what do you want me to do, Krishna? Arjuna is confused whether he should be fighting or he should be giving up all activities, as Prabhupada describes in the purport. Should he just be going away from the world and doing austerities and withdrawing himself and contemplating the Supreme, contemplating Spirit. So Arjuna, that is what is called Sankhya, right? Arjuna said, should he do the karma or should he do the Sankhya? The Sankhya is the knowledge, the contemplation, and it's the lack of activities. There's no real active participation. It's all internal contemplation. But karma is working. So Lord Krishna had been describing to Arjuna the process of buddhi yoga. Right? Generally we hear in the Bhagavad Gita there are 3 yogas. There's karma yoga, the yoga of work. There is jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge. And there is bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion. Now where does this buddhi yoga come from? So buddhi yoga is mentioned. Jai Radha Krishna Kanaya Ki Jai. Buddhi yoga is mentioned by Lord Krishna. It has been mentioned in the 2nd chapter and it will be mentioned again, particularly in the 10th chapter. Am sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam mata kimad bhajantimam buddha bhava samandita. Tesham bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Tesham satita yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. That's in the 10th chapter. That's one of the chapter shloki verses of the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna is describing, to those who are devoted to me, constantly devoted to me, and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So buddhi yoga has been mentioned in the 2nd chapter also. Krishna has been talking to Arjuna about buddhi yoga. And buddhi yoga is a combination of work and knowledge. The buddhi yoga means working with intelligence. So Arjuna becomes confused about the position. What's he supposed to do? What does Krishna want him to do? Actually, Arjuna was already confused even before Krishna started speaking, because Arjuna, when he surrendered to Krishna, he said, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava prichami tvam dharma samudacheta. Arjuna was saying, I am confused because of my miserly weakness. Arjuna was confused because he was in the bodily concept of life. He was identifying himself with his relatives. He didn't want to fight against the family members. People like grandfather Bhishma and teacher Drona, as well as Duryodhana and all his brothers. Arjuna was thinking, it's not good to fight against people who are our own family, because Pandavas are also Kurus. They're also from the same family as Duryodhana. So Arjuna was bewildered, should I fight or what should I do? But Arjuna was intelligent enough to bring the matter before Lord Krishna and to get help from Lord Krishna, and he placed himself as a student of Lord Krishna, saying, Shishyasteham sadimam tvam prapanam. Now I am your student, your shiksha. I must so surrender to you. Please instruct me. So Arjuna had approached Lord Krishna to solve his confusion. But here in the 3rd chapter, Krishna's confused again. Krishna's not confused. Arjuna's confused, right? Arjuna's confused. So Arjuna's asking, do you want me to fight or not to fight? Because one moment you're recommending work, and the next moment you're talking about knowledge. You've got buddhi. Buddhi means intelligence, cultivating knowledge. So what does Krishna want Arjuna to do? But Arjuna is intelligent. He brings his doubt out. You know, a lot of people, we have doubts, but we don't say anything. We just keep quiet. So then, that's a problem. You may never get rid of your doubts. If you don't bring the doubts out, if you don't clear the doubts away, then it can be very troublesome for our spiritual progress. So it's important that we reveal what our doubts are. And that is the purpose of having relationships with devotees. We need to have devotees who we can meet with and who we can discuss with. Rupa Goswami describes how between one devotee and another devotee there will be loving exchanges. And these exchanges are a very important part of our spiritual life. Rupa Goswami describes 6 exchanges. He says, Dadati prakrigrinati guyam akyati prichati bhongte bojayate chaiva sadvidam pritilakshanam. 6 kinds of loving exchanges. Offering gifts and accepting charitable gifts. That's a very nice thing to do. And Srila Prabhupada used to do it. When he would come back from India, he came back from India to America, he'd bring some gifts to give to devotees. In the beginning of our movement, we didn't see that later on, but at least in the early stages of our movement, when there were not many devotees, Prabhupada would do things like that. He'd bring a sari and say, this is for you, and he would bring a bead bag, and like this. And this way devotees would feel so, oh, Prabhupada gave this to me. And certainly Prabhupada gave you something, you treasure it your whole life. So this is loving exchange. We accept gifts and we also offer gifts. We like to give things, dadati, giving. We like to give, for example, the holy name. Last night the devotees went to Penang to do Sankirtan and to give the holy name. So that's something which we can all give. And we should give as regularly as possible. Go and take part in the Sankirtan, congregational chanting of the holy name. Giving, that's of course giving to public, but we should also give to the devotees. Giving to devotees, it's an intimate exchange. So helping other devotees to chant the holy name. If we are chanting, then it's encouraging for other devotees to also chant. We need to see that example. And we become influenced by others when we see one devotee chanting the holy name. Then we will think, I should also chant. I've also not finished my rounds, I should chant now. He's chanting, I should also chant. So chanting, giving the holy name, we give also prasadam, of course. The Sunday program is famous for prasadam. And devotees are appreciating the very high quality of the prasadam which is being prepared in our centers around here. That it's very nice to hear that the devotees are satisfied and they're appreciating the cooking, the nice aroma of the South Indian dishes, kurma, Colombo, and these curries. famous curries, South Indian curries, payasam, of course. A little different from what Prabhupada prepared. You know, Prabhupada, he was more Bengali style. He would prepare kachoris and samosa and paneer sabjis, of course, was very popular. So Prabhupada, he liked also to make Bengali sweets, and he would also make gulab jamun, these things. So this is giving prasadam and accepting prasadam. Prabhupada explains, we approach people, in the beginning of our movement, we approach people for donations, just like building this temple. People donated. It was built with donations from the devotees, from our congregation, and usually, mostly, I think nearly 90, maybe all of it from the congregation of devotees, was it? Was there any donations from people who were not devotees?
There is.
Huh?
We have gala dinner. We have a dinner, fundraising gala dinner.
Oh, you had a gala dinner. Fundraising. Yeah. So like that. That is the Dati principle, giving and accepting. So we try to engage people in these things, get people to give, and we also accept. So offering gifts, accepting gifts, offering prasadam, accepting prasadam, and then also inquiring confidentially and revealing one's mind in confidence. So inquiring confidentially, if we have some doubts, then it's very good to reveal these doubts. Just like Arjuna addresses Krishna as Madhusudana. Madhusudana means one who killed the demon Madhu. So doubts are like demons, and Krishna can kill the doubt, the demon of doubts. So this is important for us as devotees. We want to reveal any doubts which we have, to try to help us to become better in Krishna consciousness, to be more firmly situated in Krishna consciousness. So Arjuna was inquiring to Lord Krishna to take away his doubts. Is it better, you want me to work, or do you not want me to work? Of course, initially Arjuna was inclined not to work. Arjuna was thinking, better not to fight. Arjuna was thinking it would be better to go away from the battlefield rather than to fight people who are all, especially like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of his worship. But Arjuna had put the matter before Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna was defeating the different arguments which Arjuna had about not fighting. Lord Krishna was encouraging Arjuna that you should fight, you should take part in this battle. It's important for you to do your duty. As a Kshatriya, you have a duty and you have to take part. You should go out there and fight. Arjuna was thinking that he would get sinful reactions. But Lord Krishna told him, no, there's no sinful reaction if you fight as karma yoga. So Lord Krishna wants to elevate the consciousness of Arjuna from just simply doing the work for his own benefit to doing the work as part of yoga for the pleasure of the Supreme. Lord Krishna wants Arjuna to come to transcendental consciousness. Of course, Arjuna is a devotee, But Lord Krishna is instructing him, and by instructing Arjuna, he's instructing all of us that we also have to understand the importance of performing duty. The inclination of the mind is to give up work, to give up all activities, not to be active. You know, we think it would be nice not to have to do so many things. Nice just to sit down and just contemplate, just meditate. But that's not what Lord Krishna wants. And when Krishna spoke about Sankhya, it wasn't like that. Lord Krishna was explaining Sankhya. He was explaining that there is such a thing as knowledge. But that to come to that platform of knowledge, you have to first of all purify yourself. That work is the means by which we can purify ourselves. Work is encouraged. In fact, Lord Krishna said, everyone is forced to act. No one can be idle, not even for a moment. Everyone is forced to act helplessly due to the impulses of the modes of nature. So Lord Krishna wants Arjuna to work. He does want him to work, but he wants him to work not as the enjoyer of the work. Now generally when we work, we all think about the enjoyment. We want to enjoy the results of the work. But Lord Krishna wants Arjuna and all of us that when we work, we should work in a selfless manner. Not to enjoy the results ourselves, but to offer the results for the service of the Supreme. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna speaks, Karmani eva dikaraste. Now, people like very much to hear this. And the name Karmani eva dikaraste. You have a right to work. You should act according to your duty. Perform your duty according to your qualification. So people think, yes, I should work. But everyone also thinks that I will enjoy the result. And that is not what Krishna is saying. Krishna begins by saying, yes, you must work, but then he says, Ma paleshu kadachana. You should work, but you are not entitled to enjoy the results of the work. So that's a big jolt to our own mind and intelligence. Oh, I'm going to work and I'm not going to enjoy the results. Why should I work? Who's going to work if we cannot enjoy the results? But this is karma yoga. Karma yoga and buddhi yoga is also like that. Buddhi yoga means working with intelligence for the pleasure of the Supreme. So one who is intelligent, he will work in a detached manner, offering the result for the service of the Supreme. In that way, you do not suffer any reactions from the work. When we work for our own benefit, then we get karma. We are bound by the modes of nature. And this is described in the Bhagavad Gita. Yagnartat karmanan yatra loko yam karma bandhana tadartam karma kunteya mukta sangha samacharam. Lord Krishna is saying, work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, that work binds one to this material world. So we should understand that when we work for our own satisfaction, then we bind ourselves. We become bound to this material world. We have to stay in this world of birth and death, taking birth again and again. But when we work for the pleasure of the Supreme, then that frees one from the bondage of material existence. So in this way, Lord Krishna is encouraging Arjuna to come to the transcendental platform, to get free from the reactions of work. And then by becoming free from the reactions of work, he can transcend the material world. He can enter into the spiritual abode. That is the goal of life. We have to understand that we're here in this world. It's a temporary world. And our bodies are also temporary. It's a temporary place of birth and death. And it's not a happy place. There's a lot of misery and suffering in this world. We may feel happy sometimes, but misery is always just round the corner. It's just waiting to come. We have to understand this world is not our real home. We actually belong in a different place, in another realm, beyond this world of time and space. There's another abode, and that is what we call the spiritual world, or you may know it as Vaikuntha, or even Goloka. There are these places, and there are many more people, many more living entities there in the spiritual sky than what are here in this material world. You know, sometimes when you're driving on the roads here in Malaysia, you think, oh, so many cars, so many people, so much traffic jam. But actually, we're just a minority. We're the rebellious living entities. In the spiritual sky, there are many, many more living entities. And they're residing there eternally. And they're enjoying eternally. They're not subjected to birth and death. We are the conditioned souls. We are here in this world, and we are bound by the modes of nature. They keep us in this world, just like chains keep you tied to something. So we're chained by the modes of nature, particularly by the rajas and the tamas, the passion and the ignorance, which keep us in this place. We have to understand our situation, that we don't actually belong here. This is not actually our real place. Just like you may think, well, I know I don't belong here. I'm Indian. I belong in India. But you don't belong in India either. And you're not Chinese, and we're not the body. The body is not the real self. The real self is the spirit soul. And that spirit soul belongs in the spiritual sky. It belongs in the world of the spirits, with the Supreme Spirit, who is Lord Sri Krishna. And Lord Sri Krishna resides there in all of his different forms. You have also Lord Narayan. You have also the different avatars of Lord Vishnu. You have the Lord Varaha, and Matsya, and Kurma, Narasimha, and all of the different avatars. They're all having their abodes in the spiritual sky, because they're all eternal forms. We have a temporary form. Our material body is just the temporary covering of our real self. Out of ignorance, we identify with the material body. And to remove that ignorance, to overcome that ignorance, we have to follow the process just like Arjuna. We have to surrender to Lord Krishna. We have to submit ourselves to Lord Krishna by calling His holy name. The chanting of the holy name is a very effective means in this Kali Yuga. Actually, in the Kali Yuga, there is no other process by which we can achieve success. And this was stated very clearly by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he quoted the scripture for us, the Brihad Naradiya Purana says, Harinama, Harinama, Harinama eva kevalam, kaloa nasteva, 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 gatir anyata. That in the Kali Yuga, this age of Kali, there is no other way but to chant the holy name. And the Shastras say 3 times. Kaloa nasteva, nasteva, nasteva. 3 times. 3 times for emphasis, to make it very clear that there is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way but to chant the holy name. We have to learn, therefore, to chant this holy name. And we should chant with feeling, with love. We should chant from the heart. In the heart, that's where the soul is situated. And in the heart, that is also where Lord Krishna resides, as the super soul, in the heart of every living entity. So when we chant, we should be calling like that, calling to Krishna. We want to awaken our eternal relationship with Lord Krishna, and it comes by chanting His holy name. Now, chanting the holy name has to be done regularly. Just like, you know, you have to, when you clean your teeth, you don't just clean them one time and think, oh, I cleaned my teeth last month. You know, you don't clean your teeth once, you know, in the month. You have to clean your teeth every day, right? You clean them maybe in the morning, you clean them again at night. You have to clean regularly. So similarly, the heart, you have to clean it regularly. And the process to clean the heart is by chanting. You do this chanting and you do it regularly. You start to chant regularly. And in this way we start to awaken our consciousness of Krishna. We start to understand, I am the servant of Krishna, He is the master, I am His servant. Out of illusion only, we're thinking, I am the master. And we think, this world belongs to me. It's for my enjoyment. This is our disease condition. This is the Asuric mentality. And it's also described to us in the Bhagavad Gita, how the demon thinks. He thinks, Eshwaraham aham bhogi, Siddhoham balavam sukhi. He's thinking, I am the controller, I am the Ishwara. Aham bhogi, I am the enjoyer. And I am Siddhoham, I am perfect. Are you perfect? Are you the enjoyer? Are you the controller? What can we control? We're very helpless. But out of ignorance we're thinking, Siddhoham balavam sukhi. I am strong and I am happy. This is the materialistic, demoniac mentality. We're thinking like this. We're thinking in terms of the material body. So this ignorance can be removed as soon as you begin to chant. When you start to chant the holy names of Krishna, immediately you awaken the spiritual energy and you can understand, we immediately get realization that I am not the body, I'm a spiritual being and I'm eternally related to Lord Krishna as His servant. And Lord Krishna is so kind that He's come to us in the form of His holy name. So we should take shelter of His holy name by regularly chanting. And you can see how it works, how very quickly the whole world changes, and you can perceive the transcendental nature of this world. If we think of it in terms of enjoying independently of Krishna, then it will be a very bleak, miserable place. But if we see everything in relation to Krishna and Krishna's service, then it becomes very pleasing and enjoyable. So this is how we have to change the consciousness. The consciousness, change in consciousness. We don't want to destroy the consciousness, but we do want to purify the consciousness. And that purification comes about by chanting and by hearing and by doing service, engaging in some service for Krishna. So the Krishna consciousness movement is so fortunate. We have this wonderful center here in Seberang, Jaya. We have such a big center here. Certainly it's the biggest center in Malaysia and one of the biggest in this part of outside of India. This is one of the biggest center anywhere in Asia. So we're very fortunate. How fortunate all of you are that you can come to this wonderful center. And there's a lot of activities, a lot of opportunity for people to do service. Seva, we say seva, not exactly service, but seva means voluntary service, performed with love for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. And the effect of that service, purification. We clean the heart. And our hearts do need to be cleaned. When we clean the heart, then we can feel, you feel so nice, you feel so fresh, you don't feel any more anxiety, no more stress. You get rid of all the dirty things from the heart. And it can all be done just simply by engaging in some activities for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. And that is what Krishna wants. You can see here, Bhagavad Gita, that Lord Krishna is not going to tell Arjuna, oh, just sit down, Arjuna, I will do everything. No, Lord Krishna is engaging Arjuna. He wants Arjuna to do it. In the same way, Krishna wants all of us to engage, to take up activity, do some service for Krishna. If you don't do it, somebody else will come, they will do it. You do some service, you get the credit. Somebody else does the service, they get the credit. You don't want credit? That's okay. But Krishna knows what you're doing and what you're not doing. Krishna knows who's holding back, who's surrendering, who's actually trying to do something for Krishna. Krishna recognizes that devotee and he helps them, takes them back home to his own abode. That is guaranteed. Krishna is very kind to his devotees. He's equal to everyone, but still he has a special feeling for his devotees. Prabhupada gives example. He said, just like women, they like children, but they have a special feeling for their own child. It is natural. In the same way, Krishna is equal to everyone. He gives everyone the chance to serve him and to be his devotee. But Krishna takes a special interest for someone who has surrendered to Krishna. and taken up service to Krishna without any motivation, that is especially appreciated by Krishna. So gradually we can understand these things. It takes some time. We just have to hear, try to hear regularly, come to temple, come and chant, come and hear about Krishna, and everything will become clear. Are there any questions? Yes, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. For a person reading the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna's role or duty is very clearly found there that Krishna wants him to fight in the war. That was his duty, and finally he takes up to fight. Initially he didn't want to fight. So what people have asked me is, in this present day and age, how do they know what is their duty? Arjuna fought for Krishna, so what about ordinary people, what are they supposed to do? Especially now the Varna is not clear in this age.
Yes. How do we know what is our duty in relation to Krishna? Well, that's why you should, just like Arjuna, how did Arjuna know what he should be doing? He approached Lord Krishna. So in the same way, we have to approach a representative of Krishna. Someone who represents Krishna, who knows Krishna's teachings, and he can understand Krishna's desire. So that person who is a representative of Krishna, he can properly guide us and instruct us what is our duty. So everyone, we need to have that kind of guidance, that we need a spiritual teacher, we need some kind of mentor, someone who can guide us. As I said, somebody you can approach to, who you can share with, who you can ask questions, and they can guide you, take away your doubts. So like that. Okay? Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Kanaya Ki Jai. Okay? Okay?
Hare Krishna, so thank you, His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj, for this wonderful spiritual discourse. So we will now have the puja, and before that, Maharaj will give, as you all know, the Maharaj is actually traveling preacher, so Maharaj will give away the ration fees, and possible please submit the donation to Maharaj. Hare Krishna, இதுவரை நமக்கு சிறந்த முறையில் இந்த பகுதியில் சொற்பொழிவு நிகழ்த்தி வழங்கிய தவத்திரு விக்னேவிநாச நரசிம்ம மகாராஜ் அவர்களுக்கு நன்றி நன்றி தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். இப்பொழுது மகாராஜ் அவர்கள் தர்சன் பலகாரத்தை வழங்குவார்கள். மகாராஜ் வந்து பிரீச்சர், அதனால இதனால் முடிந்த நன்கொடை மகாராஜ் வழங்க கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றோம். Another announcement is that on the 14th, as I mentioned earlier, 14th is actually Ekadasi, Yogi Ekadasi, so we request all the devotees to fast on days and all that. Hare Krishna, so thank you for being here for today's Sunday feast, and we urge all of you to take a shot right after the hour. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
You can have kirtan. You can have kirtan.
I think the crowd is more. I think the street is not enough. So let me go and find out.
Kirtan Maha.
Namo Vishnu Padaya
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi.
Hare Krishna.
I couldn't join all your class.
I know, yeah. It's getting better.
Yeah, it's getting better. Now,
Taking a while, eh?
huh?
Takes a while.
Yeah, 2 months, 2 months. I fell down in my
I know, I was there in Mayapur.
Anyway, what to do, Krishna. I'm still doing the online class and I started doing Prashad distribution USM again as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Anyway, I will maybe another time when the class online, I will contact you, Maharaj.
Yeah?
Huh?
Yeah?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Oh,
Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi
Hare Krishna.
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna. Have a safe delivery. Hope you have a safe delivery. Hare Krishna. Huh? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Haribo. Haribo. You share?
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Hare Rama
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama
How are you?
I thought I couldn't see you.
Nice to see you.
He thought she couldn't wake up.
Oh.
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Huh?
From February May end, I was very
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Now getting better.
yeah.
You look well.
Hare
They look okay now.
Hare Rama,
Getting better.
Hare
Sometimes she have
Rama,
some
Rama,
in night practice.
Huh?
Night practice.
Hare
Feeling
Krishna,
she was feeling very terrible. Pain. Actually, it's not a pain.
Hare Rama,
It's a growth.
Hare Rama,
Doctor inject.
Did she take it out?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
你去给人，我去关这个。有人看。
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
录给我的
Hare Hare.
带不带了？手机里啊。
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana, Madhusudana, Giridhari Gopinath, Madana Mohari. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita, Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita, Sri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunatha, Bhatta Raghunatha, Sri Diva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha. Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Hare Hare Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Krishna Pranaya Radhe Jaya Jagana Jaya Jagana Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Jagana Jagana Jaya Nitai Gaurangara Nitai Gaurangara Nitai Gaurangara Nitai Gaurangara Nitai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Paribrajaka Acharya Ashtatara Satasri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Shri Gaur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Vrindavan Mayapur Dham Ki Ganga Maye Yamuna Maye Ki Tulsi Maharani Bhakti Devi Ki Nitai Gauranga Rai Ki Radha Krishna Kanaya Ki Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki. Oh, glorious assembled devotees. Oh, glorious assembled devotees. Oh, glorious assembled devotees. Oh, glories to Sri Guru, Sri Gauranga. Oh, glories Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Radha Jayane Hiranya Kasi Purvakaha Ilakankana Kalaye Vitona Shringa Paratona Shringa Yato Yato Yami Tato Nashringa Mahim Shringari Gayen Shringa Narasimha Majin Sharanam Prapati Kavakara Kamala Varena Kamaduta Shringam Lalita Hiranya Kasipu Tano Priyangam Kesavajita Narahare Rupa Jai Jagadita Hare Jai Jagadita Hare Jai Jagadita Hare Keshavajita Narahare Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Nasingade, 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 Jai Nasingade. Sri Bhagwan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki.
Yeah.
Thank you.